My name is Jonah May Olanda. So today we're going to explore two important ideas, which is the globalization and multiliteracy. In this presentation, we'll look at these concepts and understand how they impact our lives every day. Let's dive in and see how they help us communicate and collaborate with others. So the first one is globalization. What is globalization? Globalization refers to the process of increased interaction, integration, and interdependence among people, companies, and governments worldwide. It affects economics, culture, politics, and communication. Here are some different concepts of globalization. The first one is economic globalization. Economic globalization refers to increased interconnectedness of economies worldwide through trade, investment, and capital flow. It emphasizes the global market and the impact of multinational corporations. For example, trade agreements. The North American Free Trade Agreement, or the NAFTA, which created a trilateral trade bloc between the United States, Canada, and Mexico, facilitating free trade and investment among these countries. The second one, cultural globalization. It involves the exchange and integration of cultural values, practices, and products across borders. This can lead to cultural homogenization, where local cultures are influenced or overwhelmed by global trends. For example, pop culture influence. The global popularity of K-pop or the Korean pop music demonstrates cultural globalization as it transcends borders and influences music, fashion, and youth culture worldwide.
Political globalization, the spread of political ideas and norms across countries, often facilitated by international organizations. Example, diplomatic relations and embassies allow countries to engage in international dialogue and cooperation. Technological globalization, the rapid advancements and dissemination of technology worldwide. This includes the internet, communication technology, and transportation. Example, smartphone technology allow people from different countries to communicate each other. Environmental globalization highlights the global nature of environmental issues such as climate change and biodiversity loss. Example,
Climate change work internationally to assess climate science, promote awareness, and encourage joint actions to combat climate change.
What is multiliteracy? Multiliteracy, it is the ability to read, write, interpret, and communicate using multi-forms of media, language, and cultural perspective. It is go beyond traditional literacy, which is reading and writing, to include digital, visual, and cultural literacy. Here are the concepts of multiliteracies. First one is the cultural literacy. Understanding and appreciating diverse cultural contexts, values, and practices. This involves recognizing how culture shape communication and meaning. For example, understanding and appreciating different cultural practices, such as recognizing the significance of Diwali in Indian culture or the Lunar New Year in Chinese culture. This includes knowledge of customs, traditions, and social norms. The second one is the digital literacy, the ability to effectively use the digital tools and platforms to access, evaluate, and create information. It includes skills for navigating social media, online research, and digital content creation. For example, navigating social media platforms effectively, such as creating content on Instagram or using Twitter to engage in discussions. It also includes skills for evaluating the credibility of online sources and protecting personal information. The third one is the media literacy, the capacity to critically analyze and interpret media messages across in the various formats, including print, videos, and digital. It is involved understanding media influence and the role of bias and perspective. For example, analyzing news article to identify bias and perspective. For instance, examining coverage of political events from the multiple news outlets to understand how farming can influence public perception. The fourth one is the information literacy, the ability to find, evaluate, and use information effectively. This encompasses the skills for researching, synthesizing data, and discerning credible sources in an information-rich environment. For example, conducting academic research by effectively using databases, evaluating sources for reliability, and synthesizing information to create a well-supported agreement in a research paper. The fifth one is the multimodal literacy, recognizing the creating meaning through multiple modes of communication, including visual, auditory, textual elements. It is emphasize the integration of various medium in communication, and learning. For example, creating a digital presentation that combines text, image, videos, and audio to convey a message effectively.
In conclusion, globalization influences multiliteracies by necessitating skills that allows individuals to navigate diverse cultural contexts, engage with global issues, and utilize technology effectively. As cultural exchanges increase, the need for multiliteracies becomes essential for effective communication and understanding in a globalized world. Understanding these concepts can help individuals and societies adapt to and thrive in an interconnected, rapidly changing environment.